Hello, good morning students of class 12 commerce. Today we are going to start the next chapter of development economics, and the title of the chapter is employment growth and informalization. Employment growth and informalization. So when we talk about growth or development of an economy, then obviously it is nothing but producing more of goods and services in the economy. So how we can produce more goods and services in the economy? In order to produce more goods and services in the economy, we need two major things. The first one is we need to invest so that more and more unemployed resources will find employment, and once unemployed resources find employment, their earning potential will increase. In that way, their purchasing power will increase and the aggregate demand in the economy would increase. So, for growth, we need to produce more, and all of us know that what is GDP, gross domestic product. The monetary value of all the final goods and services produced in our domestic territory, and we have already discussed what exactly is domestic territory. So once again, the monetary value of all goods and services produced in our domestic territory in an accounting year is called the GDP or gross domestic product of our economy. And MP states for market price. That means indirect tax is already added with the price of the goods and services. And with the gross domestic product, if we add NFIA, net factor income from abroad, then we will get our national income. So this is we have already discussed about GDP and GNP in national income accounting chapter. So next point is economic activities. What are economic activities? Economic activities means in the economy, for example, a doctor treats patient, a teacher teaches students, a tea vendor produces tea and sells it. So all these activities that gives us some positive income are called economic activities. And our resources, especially our laborers, means our workers, are engaged in producing different types of goods and services which has monetary value, which are economic goods, and they command a price. So economic activities are all such activities that gives us a livelihood, gives us some positive income. Then come to next point, workers. Who are worker? Means doing any work, a person doing any work is not a worker. So in economics, in strict terms of economics, workers means people who are doing economic activities are called workers. And when we classify workers, we find two different types of worker. One group are called hired worker, HIRED, hired, and other group of workers are called self-employed workers. Then what is the difference, basic difference between hired worker and self-employed workers? The difference is that hired workers are hired by an employer. Like I am a teacher and I am hired by my authority, my school. And for my services, my factor services, they are paying me some money. Thus, hired workers, again hired workers may be formal, may be informal. That means they might be getting all facilities of organized sector, or they might not be getting all facilities of unorganized sector. So, hired workers, they sell or they give their productive service to some employer, and in return they earn some livelihood or money. On the other hand, so hired worker might be again regular worker or casual worker. Means all along the year, if a worker is hired or paid for factor services, then he is called a regular hired worker. On the other hand, suppose for example, during the time of Deepavali, we need to paint our house, and we hire some worker to paint our house. So all along the year, we never provide him employment. We need their factor service for a certain period of time, and such workers are called casual hired workers. And on the other hand, self-employed, these are workers who employ their own resources like land, labor, capital, and their entrepreneurship, and they undertake the risk of the business, and they earn something. Such people are called self-employed worker. Then the next point is the difference between labor force and workforce, and this is a little bit of technical terms, and you need to understand clearly what is the difference between labor force and workforce. First come to labor force. Labor force means the group of people who are able and willing to work at the existing wage rate. 3 point comes here. The worker, if they are part of our labor force, then they must possess 3 things. First of all, they must have the ability to work, means the required skill to work. Then second point, they must be willing to work. There is a difference. I have ability, I have skill, but I am not willing to work. Here makes the difference. That's why 3 things. Once again, the worker must have the required skill, means ability to work. The worker must have the willingness to work, and willingness to work is associated with at what cost, at what wage rate. So government declares from time to time wage rate for different skills, and with that wage rate, if the worker is willing and he has the ability to work, then he is part of our labor force. But I have the ability, I am willing to work at the existing wage rate, but I am not finding employment, any employment. That's why I am unemployed. So I am a part of labor force of our economy, but I am not a part of workforce of our economy. So what is the workforce? Workforce is the group of people who have ability to work, willingness to work at the existing wage rate, and actually working right now. If I have ability, willingness, but I am unemployed, then I am not a part of workforce. Obviously, I am a part of our labor force. So that is the difference between labor force and workforce. Now, number of unemployed persons. What is the number of unemployed persons in our economy? How it is determined? It is determined by subtracting the workforce, means number of people who are actually working, and number of people who have the ability, willingness to work. The difference between labor force and workforce is the number of unemployed person, and we can find out the rate of unemployment in the economy by using this formula: number of unemployed divided by labor force, not workforce, or number of unemployed divided by labor force into 100. In this way, we find the rate of unemployment, the existing rate of unemployment in any economy. So this is all about the basic terms used in growth and development, and tomorrow we will discuss more about the pattern of distribution of workforce in our economy in different sectors, and the changing trend, how the trend has been changing since independence. So thank you and have a nice day.